Thanks for joining us with your CIGTV News Update. I'm Jamie Hicks, in for Donna Bush. It's that time of year again when the public is invited to recognize excellence among young people in the Cayman Islands by submitting nominations to the Proud of Them Award scheme. The nomination period for round 10 runs from November 16th through the 7th of December. Young ages 10 to 25 who are reaching new heights of achievement in academic, sports, their career, cultural, business, or community service can be nominated. Each recipient will receive a financial award, and their photograph will be featured for 6 months on billboards across the islands. Forms can be found online at gov.ky. And for more information about the Proud of Them Awards, email proudofthem@gov.ky or visit the Proud of Them Facebook page. Also making headlines today as part of the 60th anniversary of the Cayman Islands coat of arms, Celebrate Cayman is encouraging citizens to host beloved table dinners where they can gather, talk about their collective vision for the country and the well-being of all those who call these islands home. The beloved table dinner is being held to honor Cayman Thanksgiving and is presented in partnership with the Cayman Cabana and Foster's Food Fair. Members of the public can participate in the beloved table dinner by hosting or attending the Farm to Table dinner at Cayman Cabana next Thursday on November 29th. If you would like to know more about the beloved table dinner, how to purchase tickets, or how you can host your own event in your own home, please go online to celebrateCayman.ky/beloved. And finally, on Wednesday, we brought you news of the first ever Human Resource Caribbean Tourism Organization Conference that will be hosted here next week. And today we hear from Sharon Banfield-Bovell.
In the past, it has held the Sustainable Tourism Conference, which is another one of our important conferences on our agenda. But this is the first time, as you mentioned, that we are hosting the HR conference. And the region is quite looking forward to coming to the Cayman Islands, bringing together human resource professionals, tourism professionals, consultants and trainers and instructors and facilitators of tourism and hospitality, bringing them together in one forum to network and to discuss some of the issues that are pertinent to human resource development and to tourism development as a whole. So we do have, and we really want to extend a big thank you to the government of the Cayman Islands for coming forward and willingly hosting this conference. We're working very closely with the Cayman Islands Department of Tourism, and we do expect this to be a really great event, a wonderful opportunity for persons to hear from experts in the region, in tourism, as well as in the area of human resources, to discuss some of the things which are changing our tourism landscape and which tourism HR professionals have to be prepared to address. And in order for us to be able to address these things, we need to learn a bit about what are some of these changes that will be taking place in our landscape and impacting our workforce.
The conference takes place on November 28th and November 29th. You can register for the event by going online to onecaribbean.org. And that ends today's news update. If you missed it, you can catch it on the Cayman Islands Facebook page or on our CIG Television YouTube channel. For now, I'm Jamie Hicks. Thanks for joining us and have a great night.
Did you know that planning permission is required for a shed? Did you know you should check with the department as a planning and permit application may be required? Did you know planning permission is required to clear land by mechanical means? You should check with the department as a planning and permit application may be required.
Boating, fishing, and water sports in the Cayman Islands are great, but keep a cool head. Here are 7 tips for fun and safe sea outings. Number 1. Use a checklist to plan your outing. Check the weather forecast, make a float plan, and share it with someone who is remaining on land, stating where you're going, with whom, and when you're expected to return. Visit your nearest marine supply store to get your safety gear. This includes signaling mirrors, whistles, and a flare kit. It's also very important to have onboard flotation devices and life vests for each person. There are different types of vests. Some are for water sport activities such as snorkeling, and others are for going on offshore boating or on fishing trips. Number 2. These items can be lifesavers in case of an accident or bad weather. Number 3. Use a motor kill switch, especially if you're boating alone. In case of a leak or breakdown, always stay with the boat until help arrives. If you capsize, an emergency beacon or locator device can send a distress signal to inform the authorities of your location. Larger flares will indicate distress to a boat, airplane, or search and rescue officials. Number 4. In addition to sunscreen, food, and beverages, it would be smart to have a cell phone. Make sure your marine radio works. Cayman's boaters use Channel 16 to communicate. Number 5. Also, don't forget your anchor and sufficient rope. Number 6. Boat operators should be familiar with the local waters and reefs, as well as the capabilities and functions of the vessels they are using. Always obey the rules of the sea and the marine environment, and have courtesy for others. Number 7. Alcohol and salt water do not mix, especially if you're the captain. Some useful contact numbers are 911. The RCIPS Marine Base is 649-7710, and the Port Authority is 949-2055. Smooth sailing, all!
The Esterly-Tibbetts Highway 3-lane roundabout is ready for drivers. It's time to make sure you know how to use it. First, know which exit you need to take. Pay attention to lane arrows and signs. Make sure you use your signal to change lanes or exit the roundabout. To turn left, you always approach in the left-hand lane and indicate left. To drive straight ahead, you need to be looking out for signs and road markings indicating which lane to use. Get in one of the lanes marked with a straight-through arrow. If turning right, you must use the right-hand lane and indicate accordingly. To use the roundabout safely, remember these 3 tips. Know your exit, pick your lane, and signal to make your turn.
Did you know that planning permission is required for an addition, alteration, or any material change to your house? The 10% rule no longer exists. Did you know you should check with the department as a planning and permit application may be required?
Join Donna Bush weekdays at 6 p.m. for the CIGTV News Update. Get the latest on what's happening in government on a daily basis. News Update first at 6 p.m.